Very cool.
Furball, furball. Let's see what
But
happens.
that's to the channel for
There we go.
the videos. Well,
Hey everyone, welcome. Hey Crazy Cajun. We got Furball in the house. He's going to be my in-house mod, so he'll be taking care of the chat. Hey Curry Mano, and we have Johnny Rowe. Now Johnny Rowe has a channel, Hey Washington County News, where he cooks Korean and Japanese foods. And if you haven't seen his channel, Johnny, can you type something in the chat so they can get a direct link to your channel? If you haven't seen his channel, I'm telling you, you need to go there. You need to go there. I need to glue you up. Hold on. There we go. Go here. Okay, because now you're blue. So okay, I don't know what that is going on. So basically, oh, have you seen Johnny's? Yeah. So this is going to be a lot of fun. If you write something else in the chat now, Johnny, you will be
okay.
blue. I smurfed you. Smurfed you up. There we go. Okay. There we are. You can hear my dogs in the background. They're going to be jumping all over the place for just a minute. So I asked Johnny if he'd come and let me interview him because he has a really interesting channel, and he's only been on what, since March?
Something
Or
like that.
yeah, and he has well over 500 subscribers, on his way to 600 if it's still the same, and he's just got the combination of stuff that just seems to be working for our platform. And I was so hungry after I watched a few of his videos, I had to stop for a little bit and go cook. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That fried chicken with the beer, I wanted all of it. I wanted all of it. So
Good.
so so let me start at the beginning. Let me start at the beginning where I love to start. So Johnny, where were you born?
I was born in a small town called Mission in British Columbia in Canada. That's where it was.
Was it cold there? Where is that near?
Closer to Vancouver. So more people would know Vancouver. It's about an hour east of Vancouver, Canada, and that's the west coast. So it's much warmer than where I am right now in Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Yeah. So hey Roger, hey Geek Savannah, how you guys doing? Um, so I just got something saying. Hold on just a minute, guys.
Nice.
I have one more thing to do, and then I'll see if it works. So Roger, I sent you a weird link. It's through the contacts if you want to come in, but it's up to you. No needing to if you don't want to. So anyway, so you were born in Vancouver and then are close to that. And so you spent, from what I understand, most of your life in that area, didn't you?
That's right. I actually just moved to Montreal last year. Decided to pick up just I jokingly say I went through my 1/3 life crisis because I quit my job in steel sales of 8 years. I was a salesperson selling piping and fittings and valves and whatnot for oil and gas, shipbuilding, all that stuff. But like, you know what, this isn't for me. So we packed up all our things. My wife and I and my dog got in the car. We drove across the country to Montreal. It took us about a week, and we got here for the first time, and we're living here. We just bought a place here.
I'm going to slow us down because you also did a ton of traveling between Vancouver and Montreal.
Yeah.
So
Well,
what inspired you to do that?
what inspired to do that was I wanted to live my life how I want to. You know, like I kind of fell into that life in Vancouver with that job, and it was a good career, but I wasn't passionate. So I kind of want to just go somewhere, start fresh, and just explore myself and find something that I like to do for a living. So that's how, you know, I like cooking, and I find that I like being creative. So creating videos and editing, it all kind of merged together. It's kind of new, figuring this all out still. Mhm.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, when I saw some of the countries you went to kind of find yourself, I was like, I want to go find myself.
Oh, the some of the more recent videos are actually of our honeymoon in Japan. I actually just got married about a month ago, and then that was that
Uh,
trip. Yeah. So
Congratulations.
thank you very
So,
much.
so what I'm talking about, because I'm
Mhm.
going to take us even further back, is after you quit your job and you did a
Yeah.
little bit of traveling, didn't you then go over to Japan also?
Oh, I've been to Japan like 4 times, but yeah, I actually I went to Korea when in my early 20s. My background is Korean. My parents are Korean immigrants, and I lived there for about almost 3 years. I was teaching English
Oh,
um,
wow.
to Korean
Well, I've
kids.
heard stories of people go over to teach English. What was your
Yeah,
experience like in Korea teaching English?
I had a great experience. I had a really good time because it wasn't just teaching for me. It was also soul like identity searching and soul like just finding myself because I grew up in such a small town where I was the only Asian guy growing up in like
Yeah.
my high school, elementary, whatever, my whole life. So, you know, growing up, I was in the household. It's a Korean household. I step outside, it's very Canadian. All my friends are Caucasian, and you know, it was kind of confusing growing up, I guess you could say. And then that's one of the main motivators of me going to Korea was to get in touch with my heritage, I guess, and where my family came from. Hey, Roger.
Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing?
Not bad, not
It was a little dark there. I thought Roger was streaming from the basement. Thanks for
bad.
the light, Roger. It looks much nicer. Hey, Rigger. Oh, so let me say really quick to everyone who came in. I do see you in the chat. Thank you, Rigger. He says hi, all listening in. Michael Banny. We have Geek Spana. Of course, a lot of others, and Jeff Freestyle. So thank you guys for coming in and watching. So I'll go back to it. So you went to Korea for 3 years. At that point, did you start cooking?
Well, I actually started cooking, not so much Korean food, but I started cooking in my early teens.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, and the reason why I started cooking like Western food, Canadian or American, just, you know, like your burgers and spaghetti and that type of
Mhm.
thing. Mom would only cook Korean food, but I wanted to eat what all my friends were having. So
Yeah.
she would make a good spaghetti, for example. So I'm like, your spaghetti sucks. I gotta make my own and try to figure out how to make it. However, her Korean food is amazing. So that's why I started cooking. And then
I love
later,
the spaghetti story. I love it because I cooked for my dad. My first meal I cooked for him, my mom spent a lot of time in the hospital when I was young, was spaghetti. I put raw noodles on the bottom, tomato paste on top of that, and
yeah,
then squares of cheese. And I was like 10. And I threw it in the oven and I turned it on. And God bless my dad. He pretended to eat it and tell me how wonderful it was. And that was my first, into cooking. And then by I was 12, I was actually cooking. But so it's funny that your mom, but my spaghetti was worse than your mom's. I'm telling you, it really was.
but so, but yeah, so that's how it kind of like began. And then I guess when I was in Korea, when I was living alone, I was cooking more and more and discovering Korean food. And I was starting to, because growing up, I didn't really like Korean food so much.
Mm.
A lot of big, bold flavors, a lot of fermented foods. spicy. There's a lot of different types of soups that might sound really foreign to like a normal compared to a normal Canadian style diet. Now it's getting more popular for sure, but anyways, I went to Korea and I started to really like it, and then I looked back and I realized my mom was actually a very good cook, and it all just kind of dominoed from there, and I just kept going for it, and over the last couple of years I've just, you know, learning so much and getting better, and I don't know, I just love it. Yeah.
So Johnny, your voice is dropping out a little. Can we try the earphones again?
Yes.
I'm missing, like every once in a while, I'm missing a word. It might be me. I'm getting old. You're much younger. You probably hear much better than us. Yeah, because
All right.
one thing I want to know is what makes Korean food so different from ours. Of course, I know it is, and I've had Korean food. And I've also had Middle Eastern food, and I just love all kinds of food. But
Yeah.
kimchi is weird stuff.
You either love it or you don't like it. So that's so funny because I just made 24 pounds of kimchi.
24 pounds? What do
I bought
you
24
do?
pounds of it lasts such a long time. Yeah, Kim can't handle any spice, right? Yeah, so no, because kimchi is actually a very cool food, because not only is it just a food itself, but you can also use it as an ingredient and also a condiment. So it's very versatile, and it lasts a very long time. How's the sound right now, by the way?
It's really good.
Okay, good.
It's really good because I've been making his life miserable talking to him about the sound, guys. That's why he's bringing it up. So I'm trying to say hi to everyone in chat.
Yeah, no worries.
So that they know that I see them. So is kimchi, I'm just going to ask, is it like a probiotic? Do you know how they talk about stuff? It's kind of fermented. It's supposed to be good for your stomach if you eat it. Is
Exactly.
it like that?
Yes, exactly. Apparently it's a superfood and it's super healthy for you. It's fermented. It ferments for anywhere between 2 to 5 days typically. And then it just keeps on going. It's alive. And yes, it's good for your gut. It's super healthy. High sodium levels for sure, but you don't just eat that. You eat it like small pieces of it with like some rice, for example, in the most basic way.
Okay, so I've never had kimchi because I've been too afraid to even open a jar.
You gotta try it.
I've been too afraid to open a jar because I've heard stories about it being so. It smells. It's
very garlicky.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So if you like garlic, you might like kimchi a lot. So
I do.
That's pretty much. There's a lot of ingredients. For example, the batch I made, it took me the cook time was 5-6 hours. Just doing all the preparation and there's a lot of salting involved. It's like sauerkraut, but Korean style and spicy.
Okay, I love sauerkraut.
Then you
never
might
did as a kid, but now I'm like, my hot dog, I go to Costco, they give me sauerkraut, I go, I'll take 4 more of those.
Yeah, that's so funny because people are now, like I said, it could be a condiment. So people are chopping up kimchi and then putting it on top of their hot dogs, so it's, if you like kimchi, people do that. You gotta try it.
Oh, look, oh my Lord, it sure is hot. I eat it alone. Oh, you ate it all by itself, Furball?
Yeah.
No, I can. Oh, I love my drones. I love garlic. The aftermath most people don't. Gas for days.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? I think it's like anything, like cabbage. You kind of got to get used to eating it, or beans, and then that doesn't happen. But you got to build up tolerance.
You got it, exactly. So I don't get gassy from eating a bunch of kimchi. No problem. You might get a little kimchi breath. They say it's like a garlicky breath. So don't be kissing your significant other one after a big bowl of kimchi. So
right.
It's delicious. Yeah.
My dogs will love it. I'll go, give me a kiss, and they'll be like, oh, garlic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you make? So now that you make it, where do you get your recipes from? Are
Where do
they
I get
your?
my?
Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah. So a lot of times I'll call my mom, for example, for a few recipes. I've done this. I give her a shout. I'm like, oh, how do you make this certain side dish? And then she'll just kind of give me like she doesn't have like recipes. She doesn't have any measurements. She cooks Italian grandma style. You just kind of go by feel and just chuck your ingredients in. So I kind of gauge from that, and then I'll look at some books. I'll test it out, fiddle with it, and then kind of make it my own. And then once I find that the recipe is good, I'll try to shoot it. So I'm not taking like somebody's recipe and just copying and putting it out. I'm really trying to create my own stuff for the most part. Yeah. And they're all, yeah. Every recipe is kind of a variation of another one, but yeah, exactly. So that's what I do.
Right, because when you're doing something like kimchi, it's used by a lot of people, but still,
Yeah.
you know, everybody does it different. Like your mom just kind of throws things, you know, she knows, she just goes.
Kimchi, yeah, exactly. And with regards to kimchi, like yeah, that's my mom's recipe. And that actually I made kimchi around 3 or 4 times with her to figure that out. I was watching her and jotting that down and kind of trying to measure out what she's putting in. Like, hey, before you put that in, let's put it in this measuring cup. And then after a few times, yeah, I got it down. So it's a good recipe and it's very consistent now. So
I do more like your mom. I'm gonna put a cheesecake up on my other channel soon. And I was like, okay, so you're gonna use like a tablespoon of vanilla, and I'm like this. Oh yeah, that looks good. And I gotta stop it because people want things more precise, but I don't know how to. Oh yeah, salt. Yeah, let's see. Oh, that looks good. Bam. It always turns out right, but
well, I think like the best home cooks will cook like that, and for the longest time I did that, but I just wanted to kind of take it to the next level and be precise and have consistency all the time. So that's why I started jotting down the ingredients and the rest, like the measurements.
Well, I'm gonna try to make your kimchi, and we'll see.
Why don't you buy a little bit first to see if you like it? Because it's quite a process. Okay. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I love doing stuff like that.
I got a lot of easier dishes on my channel, so yeah.
I just have
to a little more advanced.
I have to make ones without sugar or wheat and stuff like that. So that fried chicken, I wanted to make it so bad, but you put a lot of sugar in it, like when you did the milk, so I can't have it. I was really sad because I was like,
yeah, not all the dishes have so much sugar.
So when you first started YouTube, I mean, most people have a process which leads them to do YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, like they kind of just one day they think, I have this, and they start thinking about it. They start researching it, and the next thing you know, they're up and they're flying. What was your process to decide you wanted to do this?
Well, I was looking into, like I said, when I came to Montreal, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. So I thought, you know what, maybe I'll start learning how to do video editing and whatnot. And YouTube at the time was kind of like, oh, you know what, maybe I'll use YouTube as kind of like my playground to start learning how to do it and then showing it to people and try to get responses and feedback. And that's how it started. Have you ever heard of that website called Udemy?
What?
Udemy? I'll type it in here. Do you know this website? It's a popular, I don't know how to describe it. It's a place where you can buy or get free online courses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know it now.
Yeah, it's probably the most. Yeah, it's probably the most popular one that's on the internet right now. So I thought, okay, you know what? I want to try to build some sort of passive income while learning how to do video editing and filming and whatnot. So I made a free Korean cooking course on that platform.
Did you?
And yeah. So, well, because I tried to monetize, but people weren't buying it. So I'm like, screw this, my stuff isn't good enough yet. So I'm just gonna put it out for free. People are gonna review it. I want to see what they say. And then it was kind of like a learning process. And then
How did that go?
It went well, because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have learned all these things about making videos that I do now. And then taking that experience, because if you go to Udemy and find my Korean cooking course, it's free, by the way. You'll see my footage and how I am on camera and everything like that it's not as well made, I guess, compared to some of my more recent stuff. And even my recent stuff, like, I'm really trying to get better at it. But it's been a process. And then came YouTube. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try YouTube instead, and then maybe I can grow a community. And yeah, it's just kind of all happening.
Yeah, because I looked at your first videos. That's always where I go. I try to watch a lot of videos before I bring someone on. So, and I usually always comment on the oldest ones.
Yeah.
Because I find them, just really tells me where you're going. But your oldest videos were great. I mean, for someone starting, I couldn't believe it. But I was worried about your beer and fried chicken one. Because you went over to the oil, you said, okay, excuse me, I think I need more beer. And I thought, oh, something's gonna go wrong. Terribly.
Yeah. I was having too much fun with that video, I think. No, I don't drink on camera anymore. And, that's not kind of what I'm going for.
And then I couldn't look away. And it's not because the fried chicken, of course, looked delicious, but I just thought, oh no. I was like, because
Hot oil,
I had a little wine one time when cooking a turkey dinner, and all I can say is things did go horribly wrong, but I didn't know how beer would be. But you still
lucky for me, yeah. I managed, so it was all right. It was okay.
It did really good. So tell me, what is your vision right now for your channel? What kind of vision do you have for it?
Well, I just kind of made a new vision, and I pivoted maybe like a month ago because a cooking channel, I realized, was like, when you go back maybe like 10 videos or whatever, and just strictly just like teaching how to make a certain dish. And if you have a channel like that, people will come in, find the recipe, watch the video, and then they'll click out. And then, they won't stay to watch more. They won't subscribe. So I'm trying to pivot and try to make it more of an entertainment type of cooking channel. Like, I want to be instructional, but I also want to bring more personality out, so that people want to watch the next video, even if they don't really care about the recipe and what I'm making. So that's what I'm working on. That's my vision. And then also, of course, I want to build
your channel really quick. Do you mind if I share it?
Yeah, no, please, I'd love it. Thank you.
Okay, let's do it. Because I want to show you guys. Because when I went on, I didn't even get a view. And then I begged my parents my mom, my dad, and my sister to Skype me. They didn't for a long time. And they didn't even come watch. And this is the difference between having some savvy when you know what you're doing or being me. I want to show you guys. Here's his channel. It's got 5.
I just put up a new video today, actually.
And this one is, I'm going to go and do what I do when I do everything. I'm going to go to the oldest videos first.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, look at this. So he puts up a video. 371. That's the first video. What the hell? I mean, I don't mean to be bad, but what the hell? I mean, I can show you mine. I think I still only have 11 views on my first one. So I think you hit a nerve in there 261,
I hope so.
398. You know, and I get what you mean by people not clicking, but 2,100. I mean, this is fabulous. I mean, to me.
Thank you.
This.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's a lot of work because, you know, it's not just making the video. You have to edit it after. You have to make these thumbnails pop out. So I'm kind of trying to figure out some nice designs to make it eye-popping and try to get the people to click.
Yeah, because I think with just that much time, okay, you never want to really listen to me to YouTube advice. I'm just saying, because mine isn't doing what yours is doing. But I'm going to say, I think you clicked on something that works.
Well,
so I wouldn't stray too far because it actually, in that beer one, the one I liked was on the, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th video, guys. Watch that one. I'm just saying, I was laughing my tail off.
Well, I got to tell you something though. I was looking at my analytics today, actually, and I've got like 20,000 watch time minutes so far or something. And half of that watch time has just come from the last 2 months. So,
okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like when I look at my charts now, they're getting more broader, they're going up higher, and there's consistently people watching them.
Oh, I mean, you are doing great. And but I will tell you, because now we're down to, like, you have 425 for your ramen one, and you're pretty steady in it. But I'm looking at how many videos you have. You do about 1 a week. Is that about right? Would you say?
Typically 1 a week. Yeah, I try to.
Oh man, these are beautiful. I just, I think what's happening is people are going to watch and they're going back. Because had I started with your newest video, I would have absolutely gone back and watched some of the beginning ones because I love doing that.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
And your cooking is so fabulous.
Thank you very much. Well, I'll share a tip actually, because it's not all organic growth on YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, so what I actually do is I join communities. I use websites such as Reddit. Do you know Reddit?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'll find, like, for example, you guys like droning, find a drone community and then post your videos on that subreddit for drones. People in that subreddit click on your video and get directed to your YouTube channel. So for my cooking, I'll find Reddit pages that are affiliated with like Korean cooking, Japanese cooking, or just cooking in general, and I'll post my videos to self-promote myself. So a lot of my views are external. Probably half of my clicks come from other websites, not just YouTube. And you guys should totally do that. I also use Facebook. I administrate a growing Japanese cooking and Korean cooking Facebook group that has 20,000 members and 6,000 members and growing. So I'll post my videos there to try to build a community, and I'll also do live cooking tutorials, and that I find builds the most traction. I'll get a lot of subscribers from doing that kind of stuff, and I gotta just do it more often, I think. But
yeah, I gotta tell you, someone gave me that advice today. And I was like, so it's same advice. I was like, really? Because I don't know how you find all this time in the day. How do you work that? Do you have children?
No, I have a dog.
Well,
I don't have kids yet.
You have children, because that's what they are.
I got a fur baby. Yeah.
That's what they are. I can hardly walk out the door that my babies aren't trying to come with me. But so how do you find, this is your main focus?
Right now it's my main focus, and because on the side I'm trying to find freelance work, and I actually got a call today to do some freelance editing and production work. So I'm trying to build my portfolio and do that kind of work. But yeah, for a while, you know, I was working part-time, and then I was doing this and just kind of just really banging at it and trying to get better. Like I'm really focused and just trying to, I learn from each video I make. So I think every video progresses from the previous one. Yeah, so.
Yeah, because I gotta say, I was so impressed. Talk to me a little bit about Japanese cuisine, because I've seen hibachi cooking, when they do the table and that you're there, and tempura, but there's a lot more to Japanese cooking.
Japanese food. Japan, Tokyo, the city of Tokyo now has the most Michelin-starred restaurants. They've more so than Paris. Yeah. Japanese food is very, how do you explain it? It's really clean. It's just like it's clean. It's like beautifully presented. There's not a lot of big bold flavors, but however, like Korean food, there's a lot of big bold flavors. Japanese food is just clean and just delicious. You just enjoy the ingredient for what it is. There's not too much sauce involved.
Right.
When you go to a Japanese restaurant in America or Canada, it's really not the same as it is in Japan. And the Japanese people are just masterful at their craft, and they try to make everything they do perfect. And it's really a beautiful cuisine. I was just there for a month and it was amazing. Yeah, some good stuff.
So really quick, Metro Drones, thank you for the $5. We're coming to the end of the month, and that's when they have a cutoff time for super chats and stuff. So I so appreciate you doing that for me. Thank you. So Ed made a point, which I think is something we all know. The life expectancy of the Japanese people, the life expectancy is above the norm.
Yeah,
and where ours is not so much. I think they said we're going backward. I think I read one report that said we are now going backward.
Like I said, their diet is really clean, so they don't overeat like us Westerners tend to do, and like they eat a lot of vegetables and pickled foods, and they'll have a small piece of fish and a small piece of meat, and they'll just eat it with their rice. It's typically what they're not eating sushi rolls every day. It's
I know. I mean,
yeah.
I love the sushi. I can't eat it now because of the rice and the diabetes. So I'm not supposed to have it, but I love sushi, but I can't eat it right now, but at least the rice part. But I find that their food is really, from what I understand, simplistic. My dad's been over to Japan and done some traveling there. And I mean, their food can be very clean. So do you think it's the clean part, or do you think it's actually that pickled part, that probiotic part that also helps them?
I would more lean towards the clean part. I think, they eat a lot of vegetables and they don't over marinate. Things are not too salty or too sweet. And it's like they've captured this perfect balance. And the big factor is they don't overeat, I think, like us Westerners tend to do, and I'm guilty of it too all the time. You know what I mean? I love stuffing burgers down my throat and pizza and whatnot.
We love our food here. The fatter is better. We love our food. And, okay, they eat very little fat and very little sugar, is what Rigger's saying. Jeffrey, Jeffrey, so I would like to know, what's the most common Korean dish?
Ooh, I would say, kimchi is probably the most popular dish, but in a restaurant, if you were to go to a Korean restaurant, I think bibimbap is actually a really popular dish, it's called bibimbap, which translates to like a mixed bowl. So you have a bowl of rice, a big bowl of rice, and then there's like some meat and all sorts of different marinated vegetables and roots and whatever, topped with like an egg with this spicy, it's called gochujang sauce. It's like a red pepper paste type of sauce, and that's really popular. Bulgogi, which is like a marinated beef dish. Korean barbecue, that's getting really popular. Yeah, those are
Okay.
probably the more popular Korean dishes. Mhm.
Hey, Stephanie Kelly. So I have a question. They just opened a Korean barbecue here. So what
Mhm.
is that? I haven't gone in.
Oh, you gotta try it. You know what? Korean barbecue is really like it's not there's not too many funky ingredients or things going on there. It's just grilled meats. And what happens is you'll have like a grill in front of you at your table, and then you'll order something and it'll come out like you'll have marinated meats raw, and then you do the cooking. So you just put it on the grill and you cook it to your liking, and that's fun. It's really you eat family style, and it's great. You have your rice, your soup, and they'll bring you all these little small side dishes. But yes, that's what Korean barbecue is. Typically, you get some Korean marinated meats and you barbecue it and you enjoy it with some drinks.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Yeah, I didn't know what
Yeah.
it was. I thought, oh, I'm wondering what that is because they were
Mhm.
going to open and then they didn't open. And it took a year and now they finally opened, which
Yeah,
is
definitely
good
go with
for
some friends.
Christmas.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that sounds really good.
Hmm.
So, so kimchi isn't Japanese; it's Korean,
No, it's
correct?
Korean. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Because I was going to say I had a Korean friend once, and the one thing I
Mhm.
noticed about her household is she always had rice on. There was always
Yeah.
warm rice in her house at all times,
Yeah. 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 Growing up, we had the same. Um,
right?
well, rice is our like is our bread, I guess. Right?
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll always have it. Mhm.
I loved eating at her house. I love rice. And then she'd always
Yeah.
have some fish or something and
Uh,
vegetables, and that's basically what she did. She'd have a bowl, vegetables, her meat, and that's what they
uh-huh.
took for lunch. That's what they
Yeah.
had for dinner. It's that it wasn't to me it didn't seem like a very complicated cooking regimen. Like let's
Mm,
have hamburgers, let's have spaghetti, let's go with ribs, let's go. It's something different all the time. Her life
right.
seemed very much more manageable.
Yeah, because well, there's a lot of cooking, but a lot of what they'll do in like a typical Korean household, you'll make these sort of marinated vegetables or pickle type things, and they'll store well in the fridge for a few days. So you pretty
Mhm.
much you just take a day and you make all these things, and then you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like you just get your bowl of rice, you'll have a soup, and then you'll just pull out those little dishes, and then you'll just take a piece of each and eat have it with a bite of rice, and each bite is different, right? It kind of takes on the flavor of that certain dish that you choose to have it with. So mhm.
Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, yeah, Stephanie Kelly. Can you write something in the chat again for me, Johnny, so people can
Oh
go?
hey,
Yeah, if we keep putting it in, people know where to find you.
now yeah, so I just actually made this, it's kind of like a fun video, but I just made this like a spam video, I guess, and we're just making spam rolls in different Korean and Japanese styles. Yeah, I know exactly. But you can't eat spam. Some people go cringe when they hear the word spam.
Oh,
But wow, but like, what I gotta say though, can I make an argument?
Yeah,
Can you eat hot dogs? Do
yeah.
you
yeah,
like hot dogs? Well, what's the difference? Like in spam, when you look at the ingredients, there's only 6 ingredients, and it's like pork, water, sugar, and some sort of sodium. Have you looked at the back, the
and chicken
ingredients list of
lips
your hot
and
dog?
pig butts. I think there's a lot of stuff in there. I think they take all the stuff they won't put in a hot dog and they put it
Uh-huh.
in spam and then make it
Is
into
that right?
where.
You're lucky
No, my
Adam's not here.
I think it's awesome. It's awesome stuff. It's awesome. And actually, the Japanese, it's actually quite popular in Hawaii and Korea. They love their spam too. Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna tell you, my uncle swore by spam. You know, he was World War II guy.
yeah.
And
Yeah, well, that's what.
they ate some of that stuff and you just fried spam. He talked to me about back and towards the depression when they were eating bologna, fried bologna and that was their meal for the night and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it was pretty popular, a lot of that stuff way back, right? When hard times
yeah.
came, that's what people had. And
It was the army
still,
rations, yeah.
whoa,
I think it's awesome. So in the video I just made, it's just kind of like a fun one. I just make some
I'm gonna
very
watch it.
basic, yeah.
One day I might get the nerve to try Spam, but it's
Oh,
like,
you got to.
it's like Kim trying Vegemite. I mean, I just like, I don't know if I can do it, but I do like deviled ham in that little can. It's got to be close to that. That's
You know,
what I
just-
think.
In my opinion, one of the joys in life is just trying new things, no matter like, you know, just trying to try new things. This is so fun. I love that when I have something new for the first time. It's one of my greatest joys.
So I'm going to answer a question. Ed, yes, fried bologna is awesome, and I don't know why. If you fry where it's just getting really dark, it's tasty. Rigor Mortis said Spam rolls, wrap it in nori with some rice, bam. You can get that at the something Fat Choi Festival in Vancouver, hosted by mostly Asian and Scots community. Is that where you get haggis too? I'm just asking. Spam is actually
Spam was
made
wrap it in
of
nori.
loin. You gotta fry it though, just like bologna. Really?
I thought it was from pork loin, right? Doesn't that sound so much better? Everybody has
Now
pork
that
loin.
sounds better because I thought it was
Yeah.
like pig butt and chicken.
And you know what? Pig butt, pork butt is good. It's good.
Well, I was
It's a
thinking
good-
of a region that would not have been as good.
Yeah, well, no,
Right?
that's funny. Hey, Rigor Mortis, are you from Vancouver?
Yes, he is.
Oh, very cool.
He's up and to the west in Half Moon Bay.
Oh, Half Moon Bay.
Oh my
So
God, he's in a gorgeous area.
Oh, so he's on the coast then. Oh, I love the coast. Yeah, I used to go to Gibson's a lot, the Sunshine Seashell, but I haven't actually made it to Half Moon Bay. That's one of the places I'd like to go.
Yeah, I was telling Kim if he comes down here, we're going up there. I mean, it is so beautiful. We'll spend the whole time going there because that is some gorgeous area. So
Yeah, the Sunshine Coast, it's lovely.
I have so many questions. So little. Well, I didn't tell you that the interview goes for 2 hours. So
Okay.
Do you need to get some more water?
Oh, I brought my bottle right here. So
Very good, very good, very good, very good. So if you were going to have company, one thing I noticed, let me just say, one thing I noticed was when I was overseas, when I would go to someone's house for dinner, they would put out such a spread as to be unedible. Not that you couldn't eat it, but it was so much food. It was like, you know, and then Roger said when you came, I'm just going to say, and you brought lunch, it was a lot of food. It was really good. So is that kind of the culture too, to really, when you have
I think that's just a universally Asian culture, or like that's embedded with us. Like our mothers, for example, they just, when they have a party or have people over or family over, they just like to overcook and have lots of food, and you know, you take it home with you. But I think that all stems from where they came from. For example, like Korea, for example, my parents being Korean, Korea has just been, you know, people had hard times throughout its history, and there was just never an abundance of food. And then after the Korean War, with the economy rising and whatnot, I think, you know, just the fact that it's there and you can make so much, it just, I don't know, something to do with that, you know, and just showing like your success, I guess, with food, I guess. And that's kind of what parents would do, and then they would just make lots. I didn't think I brought enough. I thought that was just the right amount, but I did want Roger and Kim to have, you know, enough food for leftovers and whatnot too. But I gotta come over and do that again. Yeah.
They were happy. I'm gonna tell you, these boys, they talked about it for weeks.
Oh man, I got better stuff up my sleeve. So no, I gotta get out there and bring you guys something nice.
Oh yeah, they were. I mean, they were talking about everything they had. It was a conversation for a long time.
Oh wow!
It made me so jealous because I wanted to be there. eating the same. I just love stuff like that. I just think it's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah,
So-
well,
I mean, next year when we do our other Palooza, you come down there, Johnny.
exactly. I was just gonna say that when you guys do that, I'll bring a spread for everyone so everyone can give it a try.
Oh, well, I'll be there then. I have to be there then because I tell
Yeah.
you what, Roger makes ribs to die for. I love his ribs, and they don't take
Oh,
the table. And he thought he bought enough, but he didn't because there was not enough ribs for me. Just saying.
Well, Roger, did you take note there? Because we'll definitely need some more ribs on the next
Oh
one.
yeah, oh yeah. Keeps on
Yeah.
reminding.
I always send him super chats, Jen. I put in it more ribs. I just keep saying it so he can start storing up the ribs before I get there. Because I love, that's my favorite thing to eat when I'm there. If you came, gosh, wouldn't that be nice? So if you were
Yeah, I look
having
forward to it.
company, do they expect the kind of food that you cook on your channel?
Well, I had a company come over a few times now, but like, no. I don't make like, yeah, sometimes yes and no. Like my friends, they'll want to have Korean food, and I'd be happy to cook Korean food for them. But like your experience, I don't make tons of food because I know it just be thrown out in a couple days because it's not enough mouths to feed or yeah, exactly. So. But yeah, like, and I have company coming over for Christmas, and right now I'm contemplating whether I should make a Korean style meal or, go Western, do a turkey or a prime rib, maybe even. I'm just kind of figuring it out. So it's
Or buy a pizza.
What's that?
Or buy a pizza.
Or buy a pizza,
Oh,
get some
Do not
KFC.
listen to Bob
KFC would be-
Humbug Man in the corner. Do not listen to him.
Yeah.
No, my kids told me they were getting tired of turkeys because we do turkey on Thanksgiving, turkey on Christmas, but on Christmas I throw a ham in there and I make way too much food and I send it all home with them. But what I found is that like Fred Meyer's sells their New York rib roast, New York strip roast.
Yeah.
They sell it for like really cheap, so you can get a really good size one for like $15, $10 or something.
Wow, that's cheap.
It's just I go in and
That's
you're only
cheap.
allowed to buy like 2. So I go in every day and buy 2 more. And I made that
actually,
delicious.
Nice. That sounds unreal. I'm thinking about doing a prime rib roast. I don't know yet, but yeah, we might go Western this year. Maybe we'll do a little mash of like Western and Korean food or something.
Oh, that would be
I don't
fun.
know.
Well, I want to see video of that then if you try to mash that together and to see how that
Oh,
works. Oh,
that'll be too much work if I'm doing that. Yeah.
Jump Off would like to know if you've ever made cornbread.
I have not made cornbread before, actually, and I actually haven't eaten a lot of cornbread, to be honest. Yeah, so
Jump Off has a thing for cornbread. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Kim wants it too. So Kim's like, yeah, make me cornbread.
Does Jump Off have a recipe video? Because if you do, I'll try it out.
Yeah. Jump Off, make your recipe. We'll watch. Jump Off's like,
the
yeah.
famous Jump Off cornbread recipe. Yeah.
So what kind of channels, when you tune into YouTube, what kind of channels do you watch?
I actually watch a lot of channels of YouTubers that teach me how to YouTube better, So there's a gentleman named Nick Nimmin that I like to watch, or Dusty Porter. Yeah, I listen to podcasts. What's that? There's this other guy. I forgot his name, but he's the Creators Hub or whatever. But yeah, I watch a lot of those just so I can optimize and like try to.
Who's that one guy? I can't think of that one guy's name. I think I know who you're talking about. He does a podcast and YouTube, video creators or something.
Video creators. That's right. Like today, I listened to one of his things. I do listen to a lot of their stuff, that kind of stuff, and then I watch a lot of cooking, similar channels to mine. I just want to see, what they're doing. It's all research. I don't really watch YouTube for fun. It's mostly research to do my own thing. Yeah, but I do enjoy watching it, of course, at the same time. But there's other reasons to what the content I'm consuming.
Well, I think especially where you are, how long can you go before you you have to say, is there a point to where you go, this works for me or this doesn't work for me? Because I think this works for you. I'm just going to put my vote in. I think this works for you. I think
Thank
you have
you.
a career at this.
I hope so.
I think so. Look, you already have all your watch time minutes. Right now, all we're working
I don't have my hours. No, I don't have my hours yet.
You don't?
No, you need 4,000 hours.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and
How
I've
many
got
hours?
maybe, I probably have like 750 hours. So there's a little
Are you
ways to go.
sure? Because
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
really being watched.
Live stream.
Yeah.
Live stream.
I can't live stream until I have 1,000 subs. So
Oh, on your computer you can. So let me give you one piece of advice. And
Oh.
remember, you don't have to listen to my advice because my advice is pretty crappy. But if you go and you buy a webcam, and
Yeah.
what do we have, Roger? We just have those Logitech 922Cs.
Hold on.
They're like 50 bucks. They're not a lot.
right.
930E or the C270.
See, the issue for a channel like mine, I can't bring my computer over. I have a desktop, so I need that webcam to be in my kitchen. You know, so I can extension wire, yeah, perhaps, or maybe they have a wire.
We've done all kinds of crazy
Why?
things. When we were at Roger Palooza, the second
Yeah.
one, he
Yeah.
streamed it in because we were doing our builds in the kitchen, and people
Uh-huh.
started betting on how long I could stay in the air. I thought that was mean, but but I would say if you live streamed, it'd be more about how you organize what you're doing, or talking to other people about some of the finesse stuff with Korean cooking. It wouldn't necessarily have to be in the kitchen, but
Right.
it should give lots of value, and then I think
Right.
that does really well. But you could do it that way if you wanted to. But I got to tell you, I think live streaming for the sake of live streaming isn't great. But if you have, I don't know, Roger does really good at it. He's a Canadian drone hub, so drone flyers just go to his channel,
Yeah.
right?
I totally agree. I think live streaming is really a good way to grow a community. And you have that live connection with people, and they're on the chat. You can respond to people. Like, I do it on Facebook. I live stream there.
Okay, same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Same thing.
Mhm.
So really quick, I want to say hi to a few people in the chat. We have Jump Off,
Yeah.
of course. Destination Chronicles, whoop, whoop. We have Newfound Drones, Ron. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Let's see, Proper FPV. And of course, we have Furball, because Furball's here. Jeff Freestyle, Rigor Mortis, Ed, love my drones. Yes, we just adore Ed. Stephanie Kelly's in the house. We did have Carpenter Rick. He might still be here. I know I'm missing someone. I feel it. Joe Max in the house, our Dublin friend. I think we saw Rolex was here, but it's really late for him. Yeah, guys, if you could hit that like, that'd be great. And we appreciate you coming in tonight. And Johnny is going to put something in the chat again for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. No haters died. Not yet. Woohoo. We have Metro Drones who left me a super chat. Whoop whoop. I love super chats. Let's see. Right. So and we have Proper FPVs here. So we got a lot of great guys here, and they're all drone flyers. But one thing I noticed about drone flyers, they all like to eat.
Who doesn't like to eat? And you know what I noticed? You guys have such a great community, because I pop in sometime to Roger and Kim's channel, and it's just, everyone's just super friendly and supports each other, like going to each other's channels and clicking that subscribe. And I just love that. You guys are awesome. I wish I flew a drone. I'm gonna fly a drone at the next Palooza. Okay, you guys gotta show me how to do that.
And Kim, I asked Kim today, I said, hey, I need to know, does Johnny fly drones? Because if you did, we talked some about drones and getting into a little bit about that, which is always fun. And he goes, not yet. The
Yeah,
next
no,
time he
yeah.
comes, I'm teaching him. And I thought, okay, there we go.
I
There
want
we
the drone over in my kitchen having that overhead shot, of my cooking, so I don't have to like set up the tripod and whatever. That'd be awesome.
Hey, Go Fish, my darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to have you in. Yeah, and FPV Hoon, I smurfed you up, so you should be blue now. So I as I'm watching your channel and your cooking, does your wife love you cooking? Does she like
Oh
because she
yeah.
gets to eat all that?
She hate to say it, I don't think she minds, but she's not much of a cook. So I'm the cook of the house. Yeah, she does really like that. Whenever she comes home from work, there's a prepped meal ready to go for her, and we'll have something new, like almost on a daily basis. Fresh, not leftovers, but like something made by me. So yeah, I'm cooking all the time, and yeah, she loves it. She loves it.
So
I think that's part of the reason why she married me.
I would say, you know what? Marrying a good cook is where it's at. That's what you want to do. You want to marry. If you're not a good cook, you don't want to
Yeah,
starve. You have to marry a really good cook. So she did
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
job. Yes.
She did a good job. She did a good job. Yeah, I did a good job too. No, it's me. I'm the lucky one.
Yes, 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 yes. Happy wife, happy life. I do
Yeah,
believe
exactly.
that's true.
I
I
believe
do
that too.
believe that's true. Because if they're not happy, you will never be happy. I'm just
Mhm,
telling
yeah.
you. As I can
Okay, thanks,
look at John
thank you.
Roger sitting down there just going, that's right.
Mm,
I
yeah,
already
I've heard that so many times. Yeah.
Hey, Manamana. So now you're traveling and you're taking your show kind of on the road.
See, I'm trying to do so what I did during my honeymoon, because it was just, finally there was just time between us two, and we're just traveling around different islands in Japan. But at the beginning of the trip, 15 of my friends came, my parents were there. It was quite busy. I didn't have a lot of time to
So
film,
not
but
so much honeymoonish.
what's
I mean,
that?
when you bring the parents, it's not as much honeymoonish.
No, yeah, exactly. So we split off from the parents for the honeymoon part, and we went to all these little remote islands off of
Oh, nice.
an island of Japan. It's like Japan's Hawaii. It was beautiful, and I had some time to take some footage. Brought it all home, and I realized, holy, I can make like 3 or 4 or 5 videos with all this stuff. So I just tried making some vlog style videos, and from doing that, I was able to learn other things and take some new skills, not just cooking, but like I want to dip my hands everywhere so I can make better videos altogether. So the more experience I have, right? So that's what happened.
Yeah, because I'm going to say I think you're integrating all that so well. I mean, you really
Yeah,
are
thank you.
into your channel. And I guess if there was some advice you could give people on their channels, something you think that would help all channels across the board, what would it be?
Just keep
Yeah,
learning.
I put you on the
That's
spot.
yeah.
Bam.
Yeah, bam. Yeah, I would say just keep learning, and then don't just watch things, but like try to watch what other people are doing and thinking about what they're doing, and like just all the little sequences and helping people put things together, and use that as like a learning experience. That's kind of what I do, and from that I was able to make videos at the quality they are now. However, to me personally, I think they still need a lot of work. But yes, it's just constant learning.
I think there's always an improvement, but the one thing I started looking at some of the channels that I enjoy watching, but I didn't look at drone channels. I looked at other channels outside my genre. And the one thing I noticed is they don't have fancy stuff going on. You don't see, okay, I'm sorry guys if you use OBS. I'm certainly not, but I think OBS is a great tool. But they don't have a lot of it. What are you pointing at, Kim? What?
Roger, so you're being asked a question in the chat. Sorry, continue.
Okay. No, you're fine. I was just, I got, like, what? I told him he has to be careful because I'm so ADD, I go wherever he points. So, but I noticed that some of the guys with the biggest channels are just sitting in front of the in front of the cameras just giving value,
Yeah.
like something that
Mhm.
they think people need to know, and it's just a value type thing. And even our people like Nick Nibbins and
Mhm.
Brian D. Johnson, they have their background typey stuff, but it's not a
Right.
lot of bells and whistles to it. It's just
Yeah,
basic
that's
value.
and then like those guys, they have the gift of the gab, right? They can talk. They can talk well. They speak well. They have a lot of energy. I think that draws a lot of attention. So like for example, when I watch shows like that, I'm like, okay, you know what? I gotta speak this way, and I'm not trying to be fake at all. I want to just bring it out more, you know. So that's something I'm working on. Like when you look at my old videos too, like just the way I am on camera, how I present myself, using your hands when you're speaking, um, all these things, they all just mesh together, and it works, and you just gotta improve that kind of stuff too if you're doing
Always
that kind of.
pays to know how to twerk.
Yeah, and twerking, yes, if you can
What?
twerk. I don't know how to twerk, but maybe Kim can show us. Maybe Kim can put on his pink tutu and
No,
give us a
Kim,
twerk.
right? The pink tutu works. And he does party tricks with hula hoops and no hands, but you don't want to see that because that was shocking. Don't even, Kim. Don't even. So don't even, I shouldn't have brought that up.
Yeah, there's just so many things, and it's hard to say because I'm trying to figure it out myself, you know. So
Yeah, but I think you're doing a good job. I think you have the right amount of enthusiasm when you're online. Because sometimes I find like I'm just like, yeah, I don't know that I'd watch this thing that I'm making, but and you can tell it in my voice when that happens.
oh well, another thing. Okay, a thing that I do, and I think a lot of those the more popular YouTubers, what they do is they do a lot of scripting and planning as well. So it all looks kind of natural and like improvised on screen. However, it's all planned out. Um, my cousin was a producer for one of the shows on CBC or something like that, and now she has this successful like her own production company. And I was at the cottage with her a few months back, and she gave me some advice. And she's like, "Okay, you know what? Just write it down. Like, make a plan." Because before in my earlier videos, I was just winging it, and actually, ever since I started planning it out, scripting a little bit, just kind of getting ideas so I don't forget what I want to say and whatnot. It just pans out a lot more smoothly. And I reshoot a lot too. Like I'll say I'm doing my intro. I'll probably do my intro like 5 times. And then when I go to editing, I'll choose the best sequences and clip them together and whatnot. So
See, that's why I think your channel's gonna really go and why mine may not. I think after I've done like it took me hours to make this one cheesecake yesterday.
mm-hmm.
Of course, there was no scripting, and you'll notice that when you see it. But I just thought if I had to go back and do that again, I just soon kill myself. I don't know that I have the right attitude to do 5 intros, but maybe that's what you need to get to that place.
Well, some people can speak well and just bang it out in the first try, but unfortunately for me, I have to.
I'm gonna say that's not really common. I
don't think so.
That's common. I think people have to do some scripting.
It is very frustrating though sometimes because like when I'm cooking something, say it takes you 20 minutes to cook a dish, but when I'm filming and cooking, it'll take me up to like 3 hours, sometimes 4.
That's right.
You know, it takes a lot. Yeah, it takes a long time. And then after you take all that footage that you capture from all these camera angles and your B-roll, and you take it to your Adobe, your Premiere Pro or whatever program you use to edit, and that takes another 4 to 10 hours depending on how long the video is. So it's tons of work. So
see, that's what I found yesterday. I have all that video hours, and now somehow I got to download it onto my computer and try to figure out the sequence and just make sure it's right, make sure it transitions. I think that's what stops a lot of people from getting to where they're going. I think there's a lot more work to this. I mean, some people make it look easy, but there's a lot of work to being on YouTube.
there's a lot of work to get a successful channel, I think, and to build a big community, especially now, like people have such short attention spans. So you gotta like clip, 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 and just keep everyone's attention, you know, by having these moving objects on your screen. So a lot of things to think about, yes, and execute.
So are you still as pumped up about YouTube as when you first started 7 months ago?
I think I'm more pumped up about it. I'm so into it these days. I absolutely love it. I love the most when after I love the whole cooking process, but I really enjoy the creativity involved with the whole editing part, the post-production. I love that part because that's when, you know, you can add the music and you add little pop-ups and just, you know, you can bring the energy out more and bring yourself out, and just with little camera zooms and outs and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy that part.
I have to say that editing is my least favorite thing.
Yeah.
And and I don't know how many droners agree with me. I don't know. A lot of people like editing. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I don't think Roger would like it, but I could be wrong. Roger's face, what? But editing is it's kind of painstaking. It's having to slow down your mind, and it's getting within that moment of being able to see everything at once.
Mm-hmm.
And it hurts my head.
But so I kind of just go along with it, and then ideas will come up on the fly. I think, you know, when I started editing, it was more painful and grueling work. But as you get used to the process, you'll find shortcuts to make it quicker. You just get better at the whole thing. So it's a matter of practice. And then once you practice enough, you'll get better at it, and then your creativity will just start to blossom. And that's the whole process. I really enjoy, and I definitely think that yes, if you practice at it and you keep doing it, you'll get better and better. So
yeah, I used to be in the beginning when all I did is content. I got pretty quick at it. I kind of could feel where I was going, the transitions. Then I started live streaming, and there's no editing here. And then when I went back to it, that's when I was like, oh my God, I can't even, oh my God, how do I slow down enough to do it in a way? And I know I have to, so I'm going to do it. But it's, I think some people are gifted and I'm not. I think some people are to be creative, like Joe Mack here. He whittles. He can make a flippin' big Clint Eastwood that looks like it just stepped off of the movie scene or something. See, I don't have that. I think he's going to be great as he learns how to do stuff. And your editing from the very beginning of your first video, I thought your editing was already past where I've been, and I've been on the platform about 3 years, so it was already past that. And some people are gifted. Valerie is just talented. No, jump off. No, but I'm thinking if I wanted to go somewhere, I almost need an editor, because I think they can take my stuff, make it look good. But it's okay. So let me ask you this.
Yeah,
I really do get value from my interviews. For me,
sure.
I'm hoping everyone else gets some value. So you got all your stuff. You got everything uploaded on your computer. You got your 50 files, all your camera angles. And you bring up your Adobe. I have Adobe. I'm not using it right now. I'm trying to use Filmora. But you have all your angles. And you open it up. And what do? Because that's the point where I just start going, holy hell.
That's why you gotta go in steps. So I'll just start with the beginning. Start with the beginning. Don't look at the whole picture. That's what I do. Like for me, I'll have my intro, and well, because in Cook, it just like the cooking process, you you have your ingredients, you cut your vegetables, you do some frying, and then at the end or something, you'll do some plating. So like making food, I'll have my intro, and then we'll cut the vegetables, and then we'll do the frying, and then we'll have the finished dish, and then we'll plate it, make it nice, make it look nice. That's pretty much it. And as we build the foundation, I'll start adding more like, I don't know, add the music. Sometimes I even add the music right from the beginning to kind of get a mood. I try to like get the feeling of the video from the music too, and then you pick the right track, and then that'll kind of inspire you to create the video with the music. I don't know, but this is something I'm all discovering too. Like I didn't do any creative work in the past, and that's why I'm just loving this right now. Like I love life right now because I'm doing what I like, you know. So I'm unleashing this creativity that's been balled up in me for 30 years.
I love watching channels where I know that they are just having a great time. Even if it's serious stuff, they're having a great time. And I think your channel exudes that. But we're going to go back to this thing because I need to learn, my friend. You're sitting, all those files are there, and you start with, what do you do first?
So I'll organize my files. I'll put all my, I have my folders. So I'll have specific folders for each camera. And then
really,
and yes. So like I'll have I use two cameras, my phone camera, and then I use my DSLR camera, and then those I'll have separate, you know, files. But then I'll look at the file and then I'll mash them together. It's you guys stay organized, and then I believe just when you take the files onto your computer, they're organized by the time anyways. So, you know, like the first shots will be on the top, and I just kind of drag them in and then just clip them together. And that's how I know. I just kind of organize it. And then you can change colors of your sequences, and just so you know what's what.
So your camera is the SLR?
Yeah, so I have this Fujifilm DSLR that I use. This one captures most of the B-roll and my intro shots when it's me speaking. And then this camera this is my phone right now. This will capture a lot of the cooking, the side shots, and the overhead food shots and whatnot. And then
you need a couple of GoPros.
Yeah, I gotta get a GoPro too. But you know what? I don't want to overcomplicate it by adding more cameras too. That's the thing. I want to keep it as streamlined as possible. I've built a system, and it's kind of working out now. So.
Yeah, guys, just so you know, go fish. I'm reading your chat. I'm reading everyone's what they're saying. I'm just concentrating here, but I am reading you. That's a lot of snow. So you be safe if you have to go out in it. Go fish. So you organize it all. You put it all into separate folders, and it's on your computer. And that's the point. You know, Curtis is somebody who comes in a lot to Roger's channel. And he told me, he said, Valerie, you got to organize all your photos. And I thought I have thousands. I wouldn't even know where to begin at this point. It's almost like I want to clear everything out and start over.
Right. And then exactly. So like for all the data on my phone will only be of the most recent footage that I captured. And then once I'm finished with that, I'll get rid of it all. I'll put it onto my external hard drive or something, save it and put it away. But then when I'm filming my next video, it's all fresh stuff. So it's not mixed up with the old stuff.
Oh,
you know? So it makes it so it makes it a little easier to manage. I don't have to like look for the specific like day and all these files. I just know that everything in this drive or whatever is gonna be fresh, new material. So that's how I stay efficient, I guess.
So have you always been an organized individual?
I think I've always been the planner type, unfortunately. So for like my 10-year reunion, for example, a high school reunion, like my friends, they all nominated me to plan the damn thing, and I did not want to do it. I just wanted to enjoy it, but I guess they saw me as the planner.
But I think that really is. Thank you for taking it out, Namana. It was funny, but yeah, not here. So I think that's the thing. I think that some of the really, really great channels, they are organized. They have a flow of work. They can take from their mind, they can put it on the computer, and they can go through it. I think one of the things I would like to see some people do as video is what you do when your mind is not organized in that way. Because I don't have compartments in my brain. It's just all free flowing in there, as Roger will attest to.
I think you
There
gotta
are
write it
separate
down.
compartments in here. I'm
Eh?
just all over. And so I'd like to see someone figure that out. Like what happens when that piece is just missing? Now what do you do?
Put it on paper. Put it on paper.
Actually, and draw it out.
Yeah, draw it out, or just memos or anything. I didn't write a lot, and then now that I'm writing, it's like opening a new compartment in my mind that I haven't exercised since I was in like high school. So yeah, so I'll try to journal, or like I'll just, when I'm planning my video, what I'm gonna do next, before I'm filming, and I'm planning like,
yeah,
okay, so I want to make this dish, and then I'll sit at my computer, and then I'll think about how I'm gonna do it, kind of getting some foresight and just looking into thinking about some sequences that I'll plan out in my head first, and then I'll execute it. Yeah, so I'll make notes, and
FPV,
that's what I do.
Post-it notes everywhere. Yeah, I can see Val's house all on the wall.
Oh my God, I would drive everyone crazy.
Use your computer, just use your Word document.
Hey, Jeff Freestyle, yes, the 920 is really good. The 920 camera is good, because that's what I have.
For Roxy, the 920.
Yeah, it's a good camera.
Yeah.
I think the 930 is good. The 920 is good. I think those are good. So I'll tell you, I think I used to do a lot of juvenile programming and writing programs they could go through in that. And I seem to be able to do that, but I was so passionate about it. I could do step A, step B, because what I say is, what do I want to see? This is where I am. Now I got to go backward. How do I get here? How do I do all those steps? That's how I do it. But it was seemed like a lot of work. I was kind of hoping that YouTube would be like a creative platform that I wouldn't have to think as much. That is not turning out.
Yeah.
And Ed, no more from you. He goes, that Ed. So I'm finding that it really has to be a planned out. So when you're deciding to plan out, do you go in an empty room and just try to keep everything quiet? Or do you just work with noise around you?
I just put on my headphones, and I actually listen to a lot of classical type music, and I just get in my zone, and I just, that's what I'll do. That's how it's kind of relaxing, and I stay focused at the same time. So
yeah, I love that. And what did I say? When I said my brain is all free flowing and I don't have compartments, you said you could attest to that. So I'm just saying, Ed, I'm keeping an eye on you, my friend. Because it is, it's much like my interviews. I have a plan on where it's going to go, where I'm going to start. And then somewhere in that, I can go from all different kinds of directions. I was told once that that was an advanced technique of questions when I was working for courts. And I'm like, yeah, this is not advanced. This is ADHD. I'm just telling you, my friend. This is not. This is what it is.
Well, you must have some sort of planning. Like you must plan a bit before an interview, or do you just wing it? Like you can just naturally have all the questions.
No.
I couldn't imagine being able to do that.
When I first started, even when I first started interviewing families in courts, I'd have a long list of questions, and I'd go through that. But then I realized somewhere in there that didn't always elicit answers. So, where were you born? Okay. What age were you when you were born? 0? That'd be 0 then. right? And it'd be it was boring and it was terrible, and nobody would answer my questions, right? Because nobody wants to answer those questions. When's the first time you kicked your dog? I see. And so I had to come up with something else
Yeah.
so I could get answers. So that's how it kind of worked out. I just started talking as if we were having a cup of coffee. And I know what I want out of the interview. It's just not always in a straight line. It kind of goes over, people start feeling comfortable, then I can ask more in-depth things for court stuff. I don't do that in this because I don't, I'm not trying to, get to the bottom of a bunch of stuff, but I can just kind of go around and then sort of come back in. And so that was what I ended up having to do, which was easy. Being ADHD, if I can squirrel around a bit, it helps me and it helped them feel comfortable.
Hey, well, I gotta say you're a natural. I feel very comfortable in this situation. It's my first time being on an interview, and I think you're doing an absolute phenomenal job. So
now, I promise you, if you do different interviews with different people, they'll probably be a lot more succinct and more straight. But yeah, mine is just a little bit because it's just the way that I think that works for all of us. But it is, I watch videos, I do my research, and then I go,
Yeah.
So I was looking at not your analytics, of course, because that's for you, but I was looking at where everything was for you. And I know that I kept thinking, your rating for your channel is C+. That's what mine is.
Oh, where do you see that?
On Social Blade.
Oh, so what does that mean? I don't have that.
Okay,
is that a free app?
You want me to share? I could share.
Could you please? Yeah, I want to take a look at this.
Roger and I look at it, but I'm not sure we always know what we're seeing.
I don't even know how to get there anyway, so Social Blade.
Okay, so I'll show you. Okay, so when I look up Johnny's channel, right here, it says Social Blade, and I just click that, and it'll come up. And your channel is C+. That's what my channel is C+. Then it's
that's not bad. That was my average in school throughout all my years.
right. I was lucky if I got a C+ in high school. I wasn't even trying to graduate until I went into college years later. But it'll say views in the last 30 days, 3,579. Now, it's not always terribly accurate. And if you made money at this, you'd be making, if you had all your watch hours monetized, just between $1 and $14. So I want to tell you, don't be shaken by that because that's not how.
Oh, I'm not.
Anyway, but then if you come down here, let me see. I'll show you all your videos. Okay, I don't have access to everything, but it just gives
that's all of them.
Gives you subscriber rank, it gives you video view rank, it gives you that. So I'll go over, let's see, I don't know if it'll let me do it. Okay, you just get that. Just go on to Social Blade, go into it, and it will give you one of those extensions that go up in your computer. So on mine, let me show you my extensions.
I use TubeBuddy, so it's something like that, hey?
Except for all it does is give you information about your channel and everyone else's.
Right, okay.
So here's my extension right here. Once you're part of it, right, you could go in, let's see, enter the name. So I'm going to go check out mine. Okay, since we looked at yours, we'll go check out mine. Because I think that's probably fair since I showed all your information.
So do you know what they use to measure like the grades? Like, do you know how do you get to a B grade? Is it all on views?
Oh, this isn't me. Who's this? Oh, this is someone else. This isn't my channel. Sorry, guys. Somebody with wigs. I was like, what? I was like, when did this happen? Okay, here's mine. Let me go select my channel. So they come up, see mine C+2, same thing. Here's my numbers across. Video views the last 30 days, 2,639. subscribers, how much they think I'm going to earn, that kind of thing. So all my information's right there.
Mhm,
And my
mhm.
rank, my subscriber rank, it just goes across. So that's it. And it'll just give you that information on anyone's, and I have 463 uploads. So that's all. Just
Oh,
gives you
wow.
that information so that you can kind of now, a lot of people know how to utilize that information correctly. I'm not really sure I do. But what I do know is that when I started, my lines were like, do, 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 and then they got bigger as I went. But I find
Right.
in YouTube analytics much better. And like looking at your click view rate, click through rate, and stuff like that, I
Mhm.
think it's better information. So
Yeah, I like the analytics. I'm actually I think I look at that too much after I release the video, but it's addicting. You're like dopamine
yeah,
goes
I
off
think
like
if
crazy.
you're
in there.
an organized mind, it makes sense to you. So when
Mm-hmm.
I go into mine, I didn't even know what click-through rate was. I've been on this Nomad and Broken had to tell me what it was because I wasn't really sure
Right.
what that meant or what that was to me. But he helped me
Yes.
with that. So that made a little more sense to me. Let me go back to our channels. But if you get Social Blade with my luck,
Yeah.
oh, you're not going to be
That
done.
costs something, Social Blade? No. You have to pay for that? No.
No, it's free. I was okay. So Val looks like Mickey Mouse. Yeah. So let me see. I was wondering wigs. I know. That's a different Val's life. They only have 138 viewers. So yeah. So I rank 3 mil plus. I would hate to see mine. So rank 3 mil. So you probably rank really well. I'm gonna say to me, I don't actually know how they all come up with it. But what I do know is it kind of
Yeah.
gives you an idea and where you are. It just kind of helps you have an idea. Got to go and look at and play in snow. Okay, go
Yeah.
fish. You go play in the snow and have fun doing that because you should. So I'm gonna kind of clear us back. Just you shaking your head like this. What, Kim? You thinking about snow angels? See, that's what I'm saying. All he has to do is move his head. I'm like, what? Where are you? What are you doing?
Snow, period.
Oh, he doesn't like talking about snow.
No, I'm gonna fly, not snow.
So
Have fun in the snow.
Uh-oh, my dog is
Is there
weird.
any snow in Montreal?
No, actually, it's all melted away. It's all
Ranger.
melted away. Yeah, it's all muddy now.
Want to see what we got here?
You guys got tons? Let's see.
Not enough.
Oh, wow.
That's what we got.
Yeah.
It should
Wow.
go tomorrow. They're calling for rain all day tomorrow.
Okay. Ranger was mad because he couldn't get in and say hi to me. Okay, buddy. There you are. There you are. So now let's say you've organized everything. Yeah, I'm going to keep you on this. You put all your
Okay.
stuff in Pro. You got
Yeah.
it where you want it. Then you just upload basically once you're where you want to be.
But the thing is, you have your sequence part where you drag the clips to the timeline.
Right.
I just go piece by piece. So like I'll just start with my intro first. So I'll just take clips of video for my intro into that timeline. I'll work on that, condense it, and then I'll go on to the next part. So I'm not messing with all these strips of like video on my timeline. So just it's all segmented. I don't know.
So my experience is different.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is I do all the video and then I bring it all into my thing and then I try to put it all into my timeline. And then it gets so huge and I'm like, holy hell, I have 5 hours of video on here.
Yeah, that's a lot. Then I think you might be overwhelming yourself with all that footage on that time. It also slows down your computer, right? If you have all that there. So just work with, like if you have footage on that timeline that you're gonna use later, just bring it out later. Delete it. Just mark it or something, or put it in a folder, and then bring that out later. Just start with the beginning, and then move on to the middle, and then the end. That's how I
Oh,
do it.
Ed, I'm gonna tell you that cheesecake that I made. I have to put that video up on my new channel. It's called Val's Keto Life. And let me just tell you something. That was delicious. I had some for lunch. And then I gave a piece to my roommate, and he was like, "Oh, that's really good. So I'm gonna have more." And I said, "Jump back, boy. Don't even get near my cheesecake." I was hoping to have some for Thanksgiving when the kids come, but I'm not sure it's gonna last. Just saying.
Jump off is commenting about your shelves in the back of you.
I know. You know what? It's true. One of them is actually slightly higher on one side. I was like, damn it! I already drilled them in. so it's so slight. I hope no one would notice, but I guess you got a good eye there, jump off.
So let me just say, when I first set up my studio and I just did the painting and I didn't have a cover on where the light switch was, I hadn't put the cover back. It's still not back. And the first thing he says is, you need a cover on that. So I moved my desk so he couldn't see it, thinking he wouldn't know. And he goes, "Did you move your desk so I wouldn't see the cover wasn't there?" I'm like, how does he know? We're not going to talk about that phenomena. Not on the channel. I know I got no camp. Come on. Could go beat you. So anyway, I don't want to look at him. He's like, "Oh yeah." So I had to know. Oh my God, I have to keep an eye on him because he's squirrely. So I think, I don't know if anybody in the chat has the same problem with organizing, before they go to editing. But I think I kind of have an idea in my mind how you're doing it. I'm going to try it because I got to make it easier for myself. Videos, I don't think are going to get to that level that yours are at, but maybe at some point
feel free to reach out if you need some. Yeah, feel free to reach out when you're making your keto videos, and maybe they can help.
Oh, Johnny, you don't want to say that because I will. So Geek Savannah says, "I am obsessed with my editing. I have an OCD pattern. I place everything in." Okay, so I'm going to tell you, Geek Savannah, because see, I'm abusing Geek Savannah as we speak, because I do get a hold of him and say, "I don't know where the hell I am. Can you help me out?" So I did, let me just say this, because I'm going to bring this up really quick. Let's see if I can do it. When I say really quick, what I meant was I'll bring it up, but it might not be really quick. So I want to show you you may have already seen it. I'm going to share it real quick. So this is what Geek Savannah helped me with. And by helped, I mean did. And Geek Savannah, I'm just going to bring it up. I know you don't like it says thing, but this is what I ended up with, this pattern. I love it. I love the picture. I love the
title area. I love that. I think that's great. I saw that too. I thought that was really nice. So Geek Savannah made that. That's very good.
He did that. And see, before, if you look down here where it says Puddles and FPV in that picture, I put that up, and then Curtis helped me brighten the picture up, and then Nacho came in and gave me a round logo, him and Curtis did, and it was nice. Great, but it was really vibrant, and I wanted to have little bit more of a it's hard to explain because a lot of stuff is in my head and doesn't come out right, but he just knew. He did the microphone, Val's Life, aka Puddles, and he is still working on it. This was his kind of first brief one, And so I used it
Mhm.
because I just really, really
I think it's awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, I gotta actually change mine. I feel like mine's a little outdated. So,
I'm
but
going
yeah,
to
definitely you
yours
want to have a good
now.
brand.
See, I like yours.
I want to
I
change
like
it. I
it
wanna,
because it's food, and I love
yeah.
food, and it just works for me. I look at it, I'm just
I'm trying to figure out my branding, right? So, like, if you
right.
go through my videos, you'll see there's that Johnny Rowe Cook's little hat, I guess, like on my thumbnails. So it's gone from blue to a white one, and yeah, you see that the name, the Johnny Rowe Cooks. So it went from just a plain blue and black, and then now I made it into like a white one. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to play around and see what fonts work for me and, and what looks kind of, yeah, you see the fonts change too
Yep.
for
Yep.
segments. So yeah. So I'm just kind of figuring it out and playing around and trying to find something that looks nice and clean, but yet, fun and
Yeah, I look
playful
at
the
this
same
one.
time.
You look a little mad. That's not you, is it?
No, that's a movie actually. If you
Oh,
haven't
I
heard of
gotta
that
go.
movie,
This looks mad. Don't
yeah,
use
no,
that
it's
one.
that
And
movie
then
actually
Sam's
won
table.
the Cans. Yeah, that's my newest
Yeah.
video. I released it today. The spams. There's a show on Netflix called Chef's Table, and it's just kind of parodying the title and the intro of that. So
Okay,
spam
so
it.
I will go ahead on this other channel for Geeksvana, and I'm gonna switch accounts really quick, and hopefully it won't kick us out and do anything weird. Okay, here we go. It hasn't changed my picture yet, but this is my no, that's still Puddles. So it didn't. Okay, hold on. I know what happened. Let me go to my channel. See if
So
do it.
what's Puddles
So-
FPV mean, anyways?
Oh, that's my FPV, my drone stuff when I do droning.
Okay.
So people call me Puddles.
Okay.
Everyone has kind of handle. So right now, this is what Geek Savannah we're working on it from my keto channel.
Oh,
So-
nice. Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah, that's all it's showing. So
Oh,
I
okay.
had so he sent me this thing as a thumbnail. I guess, okay, I don't know that I want you to use that yet. We haven't finished with it. And I'm like, okay, bye, Geek Savannah. Up it goes. 'Cause I have no filters at all, no braking system in my head. But I wanted to see if I got it up there, what that was
No,
going to like.
I think Geeksvana is up to he's onto something there. The colors look really great.
Yeah, I'm liking
Yeah.
the colors because that's what's going to work for me. I think that's going to be a better work for me. I like the colors. They're a little softer, a little more gentle, and that's kind of where I think
it's really
I need to
nice,
be.
looking good. Yeah.
There we go. So anyway, Geek Savannah, that was where. Hey, Manic, hold on. Let me go blue you out. I don't know why you're not blue. So that was it. So Geek Savannah, don't hate me. I just was so impatient.
I think it
will
looks
fix that
good.
banner
It looks
for
good.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
Once
you.
it's scaled, it's gonna look really great. Yeah,
So
that's
I had
awesome.
to tell you that it wasn't finished because I didn't want to go up and say, "Oh, Geek Savannah, this is what he did for me," and the scale be wrong, and then you'd like, no, it was not finished. But I was just getting ready to work on a video, and that's why it went up kind of fast. I just wanted to see. So
yeah, no, it looks good. I think he's onto something there. So once it's all done, it's just gonna look fabulous. Yeah, awesome.
So, someone told me, do you ever watch Brian G. Johnson?
Yeah, I do actually sometimes. I like his stuff. Yeah.
He's changed how he's doing his thumbnails. He used to do them where he'd have him doing all kinds of stuff, and now he's kind of changed it to be a calmer thumbnail, and he's working. So that's what I was trying to figure out. I mean, how much of that do we need to, how much of that? Oh, you met Brian G. Johnson at VidCon? Woohoo!
Oh, you went to VidCon. Cool. Where did they host VidCon? I would like to go to that one day.
Yeah, isn't it in Los Angeles? And I thought it was they have one in the spring and they have one Oh, Anaheim, a block from Disneyland. Really? See, a lot of people probably went to Disneyland. Hey,
Nice.
FPV Hoon, you have a nice day. Yeah,
See
so
ya,
I
PV.
wonder. So, do you see yourself going to VidCon and doing these
Uh,
things?
Me, I would love to if someone pays for my plane ticket over. Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I could do that. Just I don't want to use my own money, but yeah, when someone wants me to come over and speak or set up a booth, yeah, if I get there, that'd be awesome.
So I was
Oh,
going to
yeah,
work on going, but then I fell in love with this stupid guy who lives in Canada, and now my life is screwed up.
What?
Like your kid says, what? Because now I have to get tickets to go to Canada, and I could have been
Yeah.
at VidCon.
Oh,
All my
just-
YouTube buddies, Kim.
how long's the flight from Idaho to Quebec? Is it very
Well,
far?
it depends. It depends. If you get a flight that does not end up in North Dakota for some reason, and you have to stay the night in Minneapolis, it's only like a 7 hour flight at the most, 6 hours.
Right.
But
It's not bad,
I
though.
always do let's go first to Seattle, from Idaho to Seattle to Minneapolis, and then we went to
Cool.
North Dakota, and then to Detroit, and then yeah, it was really messed up last time, but it really shouldn't take that long. But
Right.
I'm not going to do any of the real cheap flights anymore. It was just too hard on me. Hey, VP Hoon, night. So yeah,
Right.
it's only a 6 hour drive to VidCon from my house, so it's doable. Is that all? So if I go to your house, we can drive down together, destination? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're saying? And then if Johnny comes down and we all drive from your house, that'll be even better.
Let's do it.
Okay, destination, we're doing this. We're gonna figure it out.
We're coming.
We're doing this.
We're coming.
Oh yeah. Because do you think Johnny, do you think for your channel you'd get something? Oh, but first we go wine tasting. Oh yeah. Wine tasting.
Oh,
then
definitely.
drive.
Oh
Because
yeah,
I'm
definitely wine.
all over that.
We'd be too hungover the next day to even go to VidCon if we do wine testing.
Oh yeah. We'll say
Too much fun.
screw VidCon. We're just gonna stay in the vineyard.
Let's go to the California vineyards. Yeah.
Next bottle. Yeah, cheap flights suck. Feels like you're taking a Greyhound bus. They stop all these places in between where you want to be. Yeah, see, I have to fly away from Montreal then to get in forward. So now I'm not going to do it anymore.
Right.
I'm going to do where you have maybe one stop at the most, because
Right.
by the time I get to Canada, my legs are so swollen. I end up with so much trouble. But
Right,
okay,
okay.
so let me go back to VidCon. So are you going to go this coming year?
No, I probably won't. I would love to, but we're thinking about some other things. I got to go back home, see the family, and we're actually planning on going to Japan again next year. Yeah. Well, my wife's Japanese, so we got to see their
Okay.
family. Yeah.
So I'm
And,
thinking Japan VidCon.
Yeah.
Japan Vid.
Yeah,
I've been to
bro.
Japan.
I did
I go to
Japan. I
Japan.
love Japan. It's awesome there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! But I think you would do really well going to VidCon because you're
Well,
already placed in a good position that it could only make you grow even more with the more information that you would get.
Yeah, I want to grow the channel more first, and then once I get a large enough following, then maybe I can go and check out some of the others and whatnot. But at this stage, I think it's for me, the channel is still in its infancy, so working hard.
Yeah, because I'm thinking there's great things ahead for you, and I'm just
Thank you
excited
so much.
to follow your channel. And if you go to Roger Palooza in
Yeah.
July, then I'm gonna be eating your food, which I'm gonna be really.
Oh, I'll make tons. I'll make tons for you guys. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Oh, Destination Chronicles. No, you're not taking the grandkids to VidCon when I come, because you and I are gonna be running all over the place, and I don't think the kids could keep up with us. So I'm just saying, I don't know. But yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. Let me go check something out. Okay, so I'm going to say something which is going to probably, guys, make you not happy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this. But do not bring other live streams into my show or tell people to go on them when other streams are live, because it's kind of disrespectful to me and my guest. So I'm going to ask you, jump off, not to do it anymore. Okay? So do not post links of other live shows that are on right now in my stream. Okay? Thank you. Okay, just saying. See, if I keep up on the things, then I don't have to worry after to post. But just saying. So Johnny, what is the next thing you think you're going to be cooking on your stream?
Ooh, I've actually been thinking about this. So it's gonna be my next thing is gonna be another Korean dish. Now that it's getting pretty cold here in Montreal, we're gonna be eating a lot of different types of soups and stews and whatnot. So I'll be making this. It's a really simple, like daikon, radish, and beef soup. It's the
Oh,
Korean soup.
that sounds really, really good.
It is good. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would like to try that, because usually the soups I eat
Sorry, Geeks fan.
are. I know. I love miso soup.
Mm.
And that's
Yeah,
Japanese,
miso.
correct?
Yes, miso is Japanese. Yeah, you know they have miso soup at every meal in Japan.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. Oh yeah. They have
And
miso
so
every
what
day.
about that makes them want to have it at every, I would have it at every meal. I'd be happy with it.
That's just part of their diet. That's what they grew up with. That's just what they're used to. But there are different variations of miso. So when you go to a Japanese restaurant, you have your just basic miso with some tofu and some scallions on top, right? But there are other misos with more vegetables and maybe some other types of meat and whatever. So yeah. But it's
because
a fundamental part of their diet.
So I would love that. I would love to see videos that just says, this is actually what we do throughout the day. This is what the culture, this is kind of the basic. I think it'd be a great blog if you're gonna do vlogs. Like this is what they grow up with. This is kind of, oh, it's fine. You do have a dog.
I have a dog. Yeah, it's my golden. But I just gotta get the door. 1 second.
That's okay.
I don't know.
Go ahead. You're fine. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. I just said it so it could be said, and then we're good. We're all good. These are such fresh, amazing looking ingredients. That's true, but I watch the show. I'm so hungry. So I need a grocery list so I can have it and cook along with him.
You got it?
Okay.
Okay, that's. You want to see my dog?
I do. Actually, I do.
And don't worry, I don't eat dogs.
No, oh my God! However did that come out?
Some people think that's funny. I don't know.
You can never eat a golden retriever.
No. My plan is I'm fattening her up so I can make a nice stew out of her. I'm just kidding.
No.
That's my dog.
Oh my God. Hey, baby. And what's her name? What's his name?
This is Lily. Yeah.
Oh,
so there's my little. See, I have my lights here. So.
Oh yeah.
I moved my lights from my kitchen space and whatnot. And there's a lot of setup involved too. So every time I have to make a video, I have to clean the crap out of my kitchen and then place things in certain areas to make it look clean and nice and organized.
So that's what happens to me. I go to cook, and then I get a hold of Kim on Zoom, and I go, "Damn it! I got to clean this whole kitchen again. What did my roommate do in here?" And it is a lot, right?
It's a lot. Yeah, I clean the kitchen every day, like multiple times, and especially when I'm filming, it's a lot.
Oh my God! Do you play guitar?
I try to play guitar.
Okay, let's
I
hear.
gotta- No. I'm really just like a hobby guitarist. Like this is just like this one here is just pretty much like my showpiece. I don't even play it. Like I can't even play it electric. I just strum on the acoustic. Yeah. I just
So
I don't know. I
Ed,
wish I could play better. Yeah, but
Ed says, have you ever tried to do a live cooking show? And he goes,
Uh,
and Black Dog tastes better. No, Ed,
no
no.
dogs. No dogs. Yeah. I do live on YouTube. I mean on Facebook. So if you go on Facebook and you can find Korean cooking, it's called a group. There's a lot of stuff on it. It's a great community. Yeah, and I go live there sometimes.
Oh, really nice. Really nice. Oh, no dogs, just cats.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. No, the cat that bit me, I wouldn't mind doing some, but I wouldn't eat it because it infected me. Just biting me. What would happen if I ate that cat? I'd probably be dead. Someone said, did you put it down? No, because I was kind of stupid. That's why she bit me. But I wasn't happy with her. Anyway, so Johnny, I want to just say, first of all, I want you to stay in the chat when I go off the live stream. Just stay here for a minute. But I want to say thank you for letting me come and just really kind of beat you up with questions and go after, how you do what you do, because I love your channel. It's really nice.
Thank you so much.
You're great at what you do.
Thank you.
And I like how you are able to go through, and because you do some intensive editing, and it just shows the perfection of what you're doing. I just think it's just phenomenal. And I want to, and we'll talk to you in the after show really quick. But guys, I want to thank you for coming in. Oh, can I request Roxy Cam? Okay, hold on. We need to see Roxy Cam first. We cannot go without Roxy. Yes, Geek Savannah, always.
There you go. Roxy Cam.
Oh, look at her. Okay,
she's sweet.
Okay. So
Awesome.
she actually looks like an Idaho potato now.
That's so sweet.
And she is, when I went to see her, she tried to jump, but she could only get her paws like an inch off the ground. So she's like, ooh, ooh. She's so happy she's trying to jump. That is one sweetie. Anyway,
hilarious.
guys, thank you for coming in. Make sure, guys, you go check out Johnny Rowe Cooks. Go check his phone out. Hey, Rojo. Nice seeing you. Just getting ready to click off. Guys, thank you for coming in. There's no show tonight. Kim and I aren't coming on because we did the live stream. We will be on tomorrow at 11 o'clock. I don't know whose channel, but we'll be on. Roger's on first thing in the morning, 9 o'clock. So guys, don't forget, get up, have your coffee with Roger. You won't be sorry you did. He's just a great channel to be on, drinking coffee and just talking with the guys and chatting about drones and just Roxy and the weather. I mean, it's a great channel. So make sure you go catch it tomorrow. Oh, you got to work? Oh, I know, Ed. Catch us tomorrow night if you have a chance. So guys, I just love you all. You know it. Geek Savannah, thank you for all the work you did with me today. You are a blessing. You are such a blessing. And I love you all. We will see you soon. Don't forget tomorrow night.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Oh, anytime. Oh, so much